I'm Mike Roberts, president and founder of SpyFu. I'm sitting here at the Javits Center after AdTech. I just gave this presentation yesterday. I actually rushed it yesterday, and it's going to be so I'm going to give it to you again live here while I've got some time before my flight. Anyway, I hope you like it. So as the president of my company, I get to wear a lot of hats, and one of my favorite hats to wear is that of the research guy. I thoroughly enjoy figuring out new ways to solve problems that really haven't been solved before, using the skills that I have, building algorithms, formulas, trying to solve problems using math and technology in ways that's innovative. So one of the things that we want to do most recently is to figure out and highlight the most important organic keywords to any given domain. With a new metric, we also want to be able to prioritize the best opportunities for content improvement. And this is kind of a pie in the sky thing, but I want to be able to say on an apples to apples level, how does your SEO and your PPC differ, and how are they the same? I want to be able to put these two things on the same level playing field. And of course, like with everything we do with SpyFu, I want to give you as much transparency as is possible. I'm not going to give you some kind of green bar of happiness or some metric that is some random number that you have no way of deciphering. I'm going to give you every single number that we get on our way to the final destination. So if you decide that one of the numbers that we're doing, you don't like it somehow, then you can alter it, tweak it yourself, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going to give you each step along the way. So what are the tools that we have at our disposal? Of course, at SpyFu, we have the top 50 organic ranks of anybody that's ever advertised on, or not advertised, ranked on Google. We've got that for the top 10 million keywords for the last 3 years. Furthermore, we've got the monthly search volume on all those keywords. So these are the tools that we have at our disposal. Now, there's a fairly commonly understood sort of distribution of clicks on search engines. So what we find is that, and this is verifiable through various different sources, but the first rank gets about 22.5% of the clicks, second rank gets about 9.1, third rank gets 5.4, and it follows this sort of power curve distribution, so that once you finally get to the 50th rank, you get fewer than 1 in 1,000 searchers actually click on that result. So it really starts to taper off. The first few matter by far the most, something like 90% in the first 10 positions. And I can reference SEO Researcher, Xandra, all the AOL data. This is a really pervasive, understood thing. So anyway, if we know this, then we can actually take those total number of searches times the rank-specific click-through rate that we just had and actually come up with the total number of clicks that a domain gets on any given keyword. So as an example, Home Depot ranks 7th on the keyword home improvement. Lowe's ranks 1st on that same keyword. Home improvement is searched 136,333 times per day. So using this ratio, this 1.8% that Home Depot is going to get for ranking 7th on that keyword, we can say that Home Depot is going to get 2,453 clicks per day. And by the same math, Lowe's is going to get 30,647 clicks per day. And this actually works pretty well at figuring out how many clicks a domain is going to get on any given keyword. But what about the ads, right? Nobody's ever taken into account the ads before, and of course at SpyFu we have all this information, and it turns out that the ads matter. They actually dilute the organic clicks. They also slightly increase the overall click-through rate of the page, but we need to be able to account for this. It actually is going to matter, and I'll show you how. Now, the curve on click-through rates on ads actually looks fairly similar to it's similar to the curve, it's power distribution, same curve as the organic, or at least similar, so you're going to get the number 1 position getting more clicks than the number 7 position or the 23 position or whatever. But I want to be sure that I differentiate that the click-through rate for the page worth of ads, and that's what we have to factor out here, isn't the same as the click-through rate on an individual ad. We know that from our own campaigns what the click-through rate is likely to be for an individual ad given its position. But what is the sum of all of the clicks on all of the ads as a percentage of all those clicks that happen on the page? So we found that it's between 2 and 9.3%, and that definitely matters. It depends on how many ads there are on the page. So if you got 1 ad on the page, it's going to be 2%, and if you've got 20 or whatever ads, it's going to be at 9.3%. And so we actually can triangulate this information. Compete.com, who uses a completely different set of measurement techniques, they actually use panels and ISP data. So they're saying that overall they're looking at 6% click-through rates on those ads on Google. So we're right there, dead center. We're actually saying, okay, it depends on the number of ads, and so this all makes sense. Anyway, back to our example. So this actually matters. Home Depot is, we're actually going to decrease their click-through rate by 0.4%, changing their overall clicks from 2,400 to 1,869. And on Lowe's, we're actually going to change that from 30,647 to 23,460. So the overall difference isn't that much, but it's a huge difference to Lowe's. And if we've got any shot at actually quantifying the total number of clicks that Lowe's gets or Home Depot gets, we really need to factor out these ads. And, so we have. It amounts to 215,000 clicks per month for Lowe's. So this is our first stop along the way of finding better metrics to improve your SEO and to highlight opportunities in content development. And so what can we do with this? Well, first of all, we have a good solid shot here at actually prioritizing and looking at any given domain and seeing exactly which keywords matter the most to them. So if we look at Lowe's here, we've got home and hardware and refrigerator and home improvement and lumber. Who knew wallpaper would be such a big deal to Lowe's? But it is. This is where they get the lion's share of their clicks. Look at that. For home, 492,000 clicks per day. For refrigerator, 22,500 clicks per day. I mean, that's per day. So the other thing that we can do is that if we take what we would have if we had the number one position and subtract our current position, for example, Lowe's.com is ranked number one on home improvement and Home Depot is ranked 7th. So what is Home Depot missing? They're missing out on 21,500 clicks per day. That's 647,000 clicks per month that Home Depot can say, hey, you know what, if we try to improve our rank on this one keyword, this is what we're looking at. This is the opportunity that we have. The other thing we can do with this data is we can compare PPC to SEO. And this is like brilliant, right? Look at Walmart versus Target. Walmart has got a beautiful organic campaign. All their organic stuff here is in green, and their paid clicks are in orange. So all of their, they're getting massive numbers of clicks per day. Looks like 2 million clicks per day or more on their organic campaign, and they're paying for hardly any clicks by PPC. Well, relatively very small. They're actually probably spending $10,000 a day, but it looks so small compared to their massive organic campaign. Target, on the other hand, is spending a ton of money. I mean, tons of money on PPC. They have an okay organic campaign, but just as a terms of comparing the two companies' strategies, I mean, you see that Walmart is they're doing it efficiently. Look at Ford.com versus GM.com. This is a funny one because Ford, who took the bailout money, right? So GM's actually got a pretty active pay-per-click campaign, but nowhere near as efficient as Ford in their SEO. Ford definitely has an edge in efficiency on that. But wait, everybody knows that all clicks aren't created equal, right? If I've got a website that's got 100,000 clicks on mesothelioma, and you've got a website and it's getting 100,000 clicks on free ringtones, well, I'm basically filthy rich, and you've got a pretty nice, ringtones website, right? So how do we actually account for this? I want to introduce a new metric, and it's called click value. And what we try to do with click value is calculate the amount that a click would be worth if you had to buy it on PPC. Now, we start with cost per click, but an organic click isn't worth the same as a paid click. Paid clicks are worth more because, of course, you can control the landing page, you can control the pre-click messaging and the date time targeting. You got total control over the targeting. You can turn it on and off. There's also this credibility effect of organic versus the purchase intent of paid. There's a whole bunch of things that